Imagina un lugar donde contemplar un amanecer fulgurante en un castillo frente al mar. Donde puedes llenar la memoria de tu móvil haciendo fotos. Y pasar una gran mañana de kayak bajo el sol. O descubrirte disfrutando del mejor arroz del mundo. Esto que acabas de escuchar no lo ha inventado ningún publicista. Es un texto inspirado en publicaciones reales de personas que ya han descubierto Alicante. Ellos han compartido con el mundo su forma de verla y vivirla. ¿A qué esperas para descubrir la tuya? Alicante por ti. Visítanos y comparte tu Alicante en alicanteporti.com.
The 2022 APP World Tour racing season kicked off with a bang this year on the west coast of the USA for the US Open of SUP at Santa Monica Pier. Right from the start, three men stood out from the crowd, which was Connor Baxter, three-time former champion, Peru's powerhouse Itzel Delgado, and Japan young gun Shrimpy Shuri Araki. On the women's side, April Zilg made her presence felt from day one, but hot on her heels was up-and-comer Juliet Duhaime from Argentina. After an intense season opener in the USA, we moved to Europe for the London Sup Open. Though a national mourning was underway for the passing of Queen Elizabeth, the racing was still fierce, with Connor Baxter and April Zilg taking the sprint titles. On the distance side, we would see some new names pop up with Clement Colmas and Esperanza Barreras being crowned distance champions. With back-to-back races on the cards, we got a direct flight from the UK to Busan, South Korea for this year's Asian leg of the tour, and what an experience it was. Japan's Rai Taguchi and Denmark's Caroline Kunsel got their first ever win on the APP World Tour, but April still maintained her top spot by winning the distance race. Heading into the last two stops of the tour, the men's side of the rankings was becoming tight and unpredictable, with Connor, Itzel and Shrimpy all in the chance to win the overall crown. The second to last stop of 2022 was everybody's favourite race of the year, the Paris Sup Open. 1,000 paddlers paddled down the River Seine in the cold early morning, passing by some of the most famous landmarks in the world. After checking the iconic race down the River Seine from our bucket list, it was time for the fifth and final stop of the APP Racing World Tour. For the finals, we found ourselves in Alicante, Spain, to wrap up the racing year and crown two new world champions.
Coming out of France and Spain is world class, and they're amazing ladies and amazing paddlers.
For the women, Spain's Alba Frey took the sprint title on what was an impressive debut on the APP World Tour. Connor Baxter once again took the top spot in the sprint, securing him the 2022 overall sprint title and got him one step closer to claiming his fourth racing world title.
5 countries, 9 races and 2 world titles. The 2022 APP World Tour has all come down to this moment, the crowning of the world champions at the Alicante Sup Open.
I'm very happy because I can race with so many legends. Connor, thank you Connor. He is my hero and he is legend. Legend never die.
Connor Baxter is the official World Champion 2022 APP World Champion.
Feels amazing, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, sacrifice, leaving the family back home, and you know, these moments, these victories make it that much sweeter.
Hard. I start my race in the second place, and after I take the lead in the second laps. And yes, I'm so happy. It's my last race of the years, and I finished first. And I'm so excited.
Oh, it just feels great. I'm so happy to be here and just on the course racing with these amazing women and supporting and just being a part of the festivities.
And that's a wrap on our 2022 season look back. Join us this year as the 2023 racing season will feature brand new venues, epic racing action, and your favourite racing stars from across the globe. Don't miss it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, friends around the world. Welcome back to the Alicante Sup Open. The sprints are on here today for the first stop of the 2023 APP World Tour. We're well underway. We're about to kick off the quarterfinals for the men and the semifinals for the women. Got lots of action so far, Mathieu. And we want to say a quick thank you to everyone around the world joining us, tuning in. It's a pleasure to be here talking SUP racing with all of you.
Yeah, and let's try and make that as interactive as possible. Let's share as much as possible this live stream. So if you're watching on Facebook, press the share button. We've got the quarterfinals coming up. Heat number 1, Connor Baxter from Maui/USA, Fernando Perez Terra from Spain, Ludovic Tolad from France, and Blue Ewer from the UK. The first 2 go through, and the last 2 say goodbye to the competition. Unfortunately, who are you going for on this one, Casper?
The safe bet is always going to be Connor Baxter. He is the greatest of all time, the GOAT. But definitely Fernando has proven he means business. Blue, even though he's in a yellow jersey, I have a feeling that he can still create some upsets. Yeah. So nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah, don't rule out Ludovic Tolad as well. He didn't have the best start earlier on, but he had a great control of the race once he was at the front. So
and off we go. The racers are on the water. Connor bunny hopping really far using those long legs, those long Maui legs.
Signature move there for the Maui kid. Actually, the Maui dad. He's the dad now.
Can't call him a kid anymore.
And he's at the front. No, absolutely not. And he is definitely well on the front of the race right now with Fernando Serra also on starboard in second place in white. We've got Blue Ewer closing the rankings with in 4th position right now in yellow, but it's far from being over with that only first buoy coming up with Connor Baxter doing really well there. Fernando Serra looking super skilled on that buoy.
He's hungry.
As well.
Fernando is hungry. Ludovic also coming in pretty sharp. I don't know what happened to Blue. He's kind of a little bit off pace right now, but Connor is just obliterating the field. He's found his pace.
And you know, when he's at that spot in first, he with all the experience he has, he controls the race. Look at that radical move there by Connor, that really widespread stance. Ooh, well, Ludovic Tolad.
Ooh,
falling.
Ludovic going down. That was, from one moment, textbook turn by Connor to the next moment, a little bit of chaos between Ludovic and Blue.
Ludovic tilting his head in frustration, but at the front, Connor Baxter on the starboard, reaching now buoy number 3, Fernando Serra, looking super impressive as well from Caños de Meca in Andalusia. In second, so a Spanish rep.
We got bumps.
In the semi-finals. Look at those bumps. Indeed, with Blue Ewer now in 3rd position, he is going to have to make a move now on the NSP if he wants a spot in the semis.
He's going wide. He's going wide. Don't count out Blue yet. Connor definitely cruising now. He's found a bump. And, I mean, it's hard to bet against Fernando and Connor at this point in the race, but never say never.
Look at Connor. It looks like he's on a cruise right now, as he's got a 20-meter lead over another starboard team member, Fernando Serra from Andalusia, Spain, and Blue Ewer and Ludovic Tolad trying to get that second spot, but it's going to be very, very tough to do in the last 30 meters. Yeah. Connor Baxter, look at that, saving as much energy as possible.
Connor's
strolling.
Connor's smart. Connor knows what to do. He knows when to hit the pedal to the metal. He also knows when to just, coast and let the, let the speed just decelerate a little bit. If Connor has learned anything over his career, is when to push and when not to push.
And well done, Fernando Serra. He is one of the dark horses I'm really impressed by. Unfortunately for Blue Ewer, the UK representative, it's game over, and Ludovic Tolad is in 4th. Let's see if there's any claim or from this guy, but I don't think so.
Yeah, so here we see the replay. Connor off to a good start, commanding lead to the first buoy. First buoy with Fernando coming by in second. Here we have, this was not the incident, but I think it was the second buoy where there was a tangle between Blue and Ludovic.
Here, right now.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was Ludovic, I would be a little bit frustrated. I can't call if that was... There was a board that came from far behind.
And Connor Baxter still looking in control over there, and he's with Holly. over to you, Holly. Take it away, please, with Connor Baxter.
Thank you, guys. Yes, I'm on the beach with Connor Baxter. Connor, another win in the bag. You were out from the front there, from the start. Your start was different from everybody else's. Did you have some tactics there? Had you been studying it earlier in the day?
Yeah, there's some tactics involved for sure. Take advantage of the long legs. The water gets deep and then shallow, so it throws you off. You want to go onto your feet right away and take a couple hard strokes. But then 2 strokes later, you're in very shallow water, so you got to take these little softer and not as deep strokes. So I just kind of blasted through, as they were saying in Poland, the kangaroo hop right through that section. And yeah, it's been working out for the first one and second one, so I'll carry it on through the next few rounds.
We'll see you in the semi-finals, Connor, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Casper. Casper, it's not bunny, it's kangaroo.
Kangaroo, sorry, I got my terminology wrong on that one. As we look at the lineup for heat number 2 of the quarterfinals, in red, Ollie Houghton from New Zealand. In white, Noé Gario from New Caledonia / France. Blue, Claudio Nica. And yellow, André Crater.
Yes, definitely some sprinters, and the one who impressed me most, I have to say so far, is Ollie Houghton, especially his look of confidence in the interview with Holly right after his first heat. He was definitely dominant in his first race, and yeah, it's going to be a tough quarterfinal for sure. I see how many starboard boards?
I think it's a pure starboard quarterfinal right here.
Okay,
as we see them line up.
And so we've got Noé Gario, Ollie Houghton, Claudio, and Andre.
Who's off to a better start? Andre staying down longer. Ollie stumbling. Ollie not getting clean purchase with that paddle. In white, Noé seems solid. This is a good angle here to see that it's blue, Claudio Nica.
Claudio Nica took the best start for sure, just like in the previous race, in the repechage race. But in white, we've got who's that? Noé Gario managing to overtake Ollie Houghton so far. So we've got Italy, we've got France, we've got New Zealand, and we've got, well, I'm not entirely sure actually where Andre. So Andre used to represent, he's a Ukrainian citizen, he used to represent Russia, but I think he's representing Bulgaria right now. So I'm not entirely sure.
We need to confirm that.
We will need to confirm that at some point.
Regardless, he is a powerhouse he's got his work cut out in front of him. As we see Noé and Claudio battling to the second buoy.
Noé Gario making a move on Claudio. We know these two have a bit of history in sub racing, especially in 2022.
Keep it clean.
Great radical move there by Claudio. Those two are through so far. Ollie Houghton in third position. Andre struggling a little bit there on that second buoy, and Noé Gario taking control of the race. Claudio Nica, slow cadence for him, but strong, powerful strokes just to maintain his second position.
That doesn't look like Claudio. It seems like he's holding back. Like that in blue, Claudio, I don't know if it's just because he feels comfortable in second place, but I'm not seeing that explosiveness. That's his trademark.
Well, if he is, he might be saving some energy for what's coming up next, which is the semi-final. But watch out for Ollie Houghton from New Zealand.
Pushing Ollie wide.
And yeah, he's being pushed wide. Andrew Crater now coming up in the yellow jersey. But Noé Gario has got it easy now with a 20-meter lead as he reaches the shores. He's actually milking those tiny bumps all the way back to Santa Pola.
That seems like the speciality of the New Caledonians. Noé, Titouan Pouillou, Clément Colmast. What do they all have in common?
Look at those small lines of rollers that Noé and now Claudio are trying to milk. Ollie Houghton from New Zealand trying to get that second spot in order to qualify for the semis.
I think Claudio's got it.
But Claudio, indeed, as you rightfully called it, is finishing in second place. Here comes Ollie Houghton. It's game over for the New Zealander. And in fourth, Andre Crater, who had a pretty good run.
As we see the replay here,
until now.
Really curious. Claudio off to a decent start. Noé not quite there, but obviously after the first and second buoy, Noé knows where he wants to be. He's right where he wants to control the thing. Claudio and Ollie almost getting into a pretty tight situation there. I'm actually surprised we didn't see more chaos and contact It was fairly clean. And I believe we have Holly ready down on the beach with our winner.
Or rather, she's not ready.
She's not ready.
So she will call us soon. Okay, so she is ready. Perfect. So take it away, Holly, with Noik Gayu, the winner of this first quarterfinal.
Guys, yes, I'm here with Noik Gayu, who was the first quarterfinal winner. How was that? I guess this is the time to push it up a gear.
Yeah, I'm happy to make it to the semi-final. It was a tough battle with the other guys. It was a pretty hard hit, and we'll see with who I'm in the semi-final, and hopefully make it to the final, and then we'll see what can happen.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Noik. Actually, it was hit number 2 for the quarterfinals, and we've got hit number 3 lining up with Arthur Rutkin, the 2018 APP World Tour champion. We've got Christian Andersen, Polar Bear, your favorite, I'm
Polar Bear.
Antonio Morillo from Spain, and Clément Colmas, who's been looking good, especially with his shirt off.
It must be the fan club. He's pleasing the fan club
from
down here.
France/New Caledonia. We like to point out they come from the French island of New Caledonia. Actually, we tend to say that a lot.
The casual dress code maybe has come with him here.
The good looks as well, I suppose.
Absolutely. So we're about to get started with, this will be the third heat. Quarterfinals.
Third quarterfinal.
Things are heating up, things are spicing up. Only two athletes advancing from here.
Yeah, so Christian Andersen looking good in that first heat, so he qualified straight to the quarterfinal. Arthur Rutkin, we know he's good. We know he's good in all kinds of conditions. He's got a new board, Infinity, seems to be pretty comfortable with it. And Antonio Morillo on the NSP also looking good. I always mix him up with Fernando Serra. And the fourth guy is Clément Colmas, of course, from New Caledonia.
And they're off. Christian running far before he purchases with his paddle. It's hard to see from this angle, but it seems like it's Christian that's getting the better start here.
Christian Andersen might have got that killer instinct that is lacking sometimes, is looking good, aiming for that first buoy. Look at that on the NSP, his new board sponsor, and definitely reaches buoy number 1 in first position. Who's in second? Clément Colmas. He found his jersey.
Getting in. That's a tight
yellow
battle.
jersey. Ooh! Bit of rubbing and losing the balance a little bit there for Arthur Rutkin.
Arthur and Antonio kind of tangling there at the first buoy. That gives clear water for Christian and Clément to break away. It seems like Christian's got a decent lead now. He should be able to control this rest of the quarterfinal. But now Clément's right there. Clément Colmas right there behind Christian, sneaking up, waiting for his moment to pounce.
Look at that. Great move there. Arthur Rutkin moving well as well.
He's got to attack
Maybe not
now.
as radical as Clément Colmas, but on the NSP, Antonio Morillo also trying to push hard. Only the first two go through the semi-finals, so
Arthur's got his work cut out in front of him. He's got to attack now if he has any hope of staying in this elimination. Coming into the last buoy, Christian should have a textbook buoy turn in front of him.
Christian. Ooh!
Oh no.
Wow, that was a strange tail move there from Christian's board. That was a bit odd.
Might be our angle that was a little bit off. I thought he didn't turn enough, but clearly
looked like he was sliding. Look at those two guys, Christian Andersen, Clément Colmas now placing an attack, a last-minute attack in the last 40 meters. He might actually be overtaking Christian Andersen. No, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. So it's they're on the same line right now. Maybe a slight advantage now for Clément Colmas, but Christian Andersen is trying to.
See, that's interesting. The deep water right there.
Clément, Polar Bear. Well, the two are through no matter what to the semis. Well done, Clément Colmas and Polar Bear. France and Denmark through to the semis.
It is interesting though. Like even though both will advance, there is a seeding. There's a seeding battle as well. Like the first place will have a better seeding in the semifinal coming up. We'll have at least a choice of position on the beach versus if you are not the top seed. I don't know how much that really is factoring in today. Because okay, here we go. We see the replay.
Great start by Christian there.
Opting to run pretty far.
Yeah.
seems like Arthur got caught in Christian's wake and couldn't make it past.
When in doubt, just do like Conor Baxter, to be honest.
What's that?
About kangaroo hopping at the start. What a great finish, though, by Clément Colmas.
Yeah. Keep an eye on Clément. I think he just gave us a glimpse of that extra rocket fuel he has on board. I guarantee you he's going to light it on fire either here in the semi coming up or the final.
And Clément Colmas, with his yellow jersey on, is with Holly. Take it away, Holly.
Thank you, guys. Yes, I'm here with Clément Colmas on the beach, winner of that heat. Clément, not the best start from you, and then you came back from the back. How was it?
Yeah, I'm not the best starter, so I try to do my best on the rest of the course, and it did pay off. So happy to get the first on this quarterfinal. It helps then to choose your starting line. So it's important for me to be at the race place for the semi and maybe the final.
And what's your strategy for the rest of the day?
Keep focusing and try to do my best in the finish. As I think I'm better on this part of the course.
Congratulations, Clément, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you very much, Holly. Thank you very much, Clément. Casper, I've got a quick question for you. What do you think Clément made that last move towards the end?
Power move. He wants to show he's got it.
Okay.
He wants to show that he's in contention. As we look at heat number 4, Thomas Lacerda from Portugal, Madeira in red, Leonard Nika, Italy in white, Shrimpy Shirt Arakai from Japan in blue, and in yellow to round out the quarterfinal, Donato Frens from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thomas Lacerda looking very, very good in his first race.
Yeah. But back to your question about Clément, like there's a psychological component too. You want to show strength at some point, and maybe he had the capacity to like give a little bit because it was not necessary. It was definitely not necessary for him. What do you think?
To be honest, I might have another take. I've seen Clément doing some clumsy moves more than once in many races, and I'm wondering if instead of securing a second place, if he shouldn't have tried to conserve his energy more.
I agree.
That's what I'm thinking.
I like to think that things are calculated and that there was a reason for it, but maybe there wasn't. All right. Quarterfinal number 4, about to get started.
Thomas Lacerda, Leonika, Shuri Araki, and Donato Frens.
We have white Leo.
Leonika, great start by the guy in white. That's Leonika from Italy. And next to him, that's Shrimpy. Shuri Araki, 16-year-old, two-time world champion. But look at Thomas Lacerda coming back so fast on the Italian stallion and those bumps. Have you seen those bumps?
You see those bumps? After this buoy turn, I guarantee there's going to be some fast movement happening. Leo comes in first, does a clean buoy turn. Shrimpy following him closely. Thomas, we got a board through the legs of Shrimpy. This might be a chance for Donato Frens to come back into contention in this heat.
How did Shrimpy get away from that situation? Well done, Shrimpy. And now it's downwind mode for those three guys. Leonika at the front, Shuri Araki in second, and Thomas Lacerda in third.
You can see the bumps in this drone shot. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the tactical advantage you have of being in front, just milking those bumps. Leo, Shrimpy, Thomas letting off the gas.
And Donato, it looked pretty fast between those two buoys, so it might still have some gas in the tank. The Dutchman, the 17-year-old Dutchman, but at the front, Leonika, wow, very impressive race control there in white on the starboard with the two-time world champion just on his tail.
Yeah, I mean, Leo is a veteran. He's experienced, and we might have called him a bit of a hothead at times in his career. He's mature now. He knows the strategy. He knows tactics. He knows what he needs to do to control this race. He's playing it smart.
And a pretty clean turn there, and Shuri Araki as making a move now onto Leo. The first two go through the semis. You see that high cadence by the Japanese junior.
Yeah, Shrimpy is, like, as you said, his cadence is almost the same whether it's a 12K race or a 200-meter sprint. He's young.
He's got that stamina for sure. Leonika still in front. Well done, Leo. Oh, but Shuri Araki, just like Thomas, managed to get in front earlier ahead of him. I think Shuri Araki is now making his move. to make a point of winning this last quarterfinal for the day before the semis. Those two are through the semis. Leo from Italy and Shuri Araki, aka Shrimpy from Japan.
And unfortunately, we're waving goodbye to Thomas and Donato. As we look at the replay happening right here, you see Leo's clean start. Thomas on a nice actual beginning course. Here we have the board. No, I think we missed the board through the legs there.
Well, you know what? Leo could be the name that we didn't mention that could create a surprise result today.
Absolutely. I mean, it's always wrong to count Leo out. He's lethal. He's lethal in any type of situation. Just depends on the day. But Leo's gonna be really stoked to make the semifinal in this field.
Yeah.
It's tight.
Great job, Shuri Araki. He's with Holly right now for a quick interview on the beach.
Thanks, guys. Yes, I'm here with Shrimpy on the beach, who just won the last quarterfinal. Shrimpy we weren't expecting had to go through the repechage today, but he is one of the favourites. Shrimpy, how has your day been so far?
It's first is I was fail, but quarterfinal is very good, and Leo's putting me, and so let's go semi-final.
Let's do this. Good luck, Shrimpy, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Shrimpy. We're going to take a short commercial break. Don't go away because the women's semi-finals are coming up.